Thrick make DC 22 dexterity saving throws.
Oh. Dexterity?
Yep.
Oh, that shouldn't be too bad.
DC 22,
Yeah.
Anthony? You can. And you're like, that won't be bad.
Oh, never mind. That's bad.
I got 19. That fails.
I got a soft 20.
That fails. And Aaron?
Aaron's 24. 24.
Okay, so Aaron will take half damage. Aaron and Cancel both take half damage.
Wait, is it?
Would 3 help Shamish?
Oh yes, it would.
Well, if 3 will help you pass, then my Chwinga gives you guidance for 3.
Yep.
Okay, so Cancel and Aaron. So out of the eye, Chain Lightning comes out. It bounces off Cancel and hits Aaron, Shamish, and Thrick. Cancel and Aaron, you take 15 points of electric or of lightning damage. Shamish, Telfar gave Shamish a 3 to add to his soft 20. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so Shamish, you take 15 of lightning, and Thrick, you take 31.
And Aaron will jab Aku into the ground and let the lightning ground through his sword because he's a rogue and doesn't have to worry about those things.
Yeah, from evasion.
What was it? 16?
15.
15?
Yep.
Oh.
And then you see that the eye disappears from inside the runestone, and it goes back to being bluish white light.
I would like a heal over here. I'm at 48 health.
Oh, you got tons of health. Don't quit whining.
Ah, yes, let me kill you
If we
out.
fought another stone golem, he could literally one-shot me.
So we will tie additional ropes to the tail end of our magical rope as needed and loop it around that rock because still want to take a look at that rock. It
Okay.
looks pretty freaking cool.
Okay. So, Telfar, you're up here tying off this rope. Shamish, so is somebody going to slap a heel on Shamish?
Nah. He doesn't need it. He's probably got potions. He's just trying to be cheap.
Shamish, you're a paladin. Just finger your own nipples and you're good to go.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
He's just trying to get other people to do his job. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, you can do a lay on hands on yourself. You have 5 times your level.
How much can I heal myself?
That's a good touch.
So you have
if he could trade.
you have a pool of 80 hit points that you can give with lay on hands, and you get that pool of 80 back every time you finish a long rest.
He's the kind of paladin that would
that's
trade
really-
trade that ability in for +2
Almost over.
damage.
Yeah, right.
No kind of paladin that's like lay on hands. What kind of smite is that?
Right.
Exactly.
How much damage does lay on hands do?
0 times.
Give me
Healing smite.
just a
Does
moment.
that damage heal 3 damage?
Just heal yourself, and we're gonna keep going. You're a paladin. It's all good. You're fine.
I heal myself. I used every single.
You take all 80.
Yeah, and it's still. I'm almost. I need
Yeah,
like lower 10.
Okay,
I'll do that.
you can do that.
Spell that requires me to use my hands.
Okay, I will be right back.
Warforged components.
That's when you tear an arm off a Warforged.
Oh, I'm reading this thing, and it's like attachments you can attach to a Warforged.
Yeah. You have to find another Warforged to kill him and then stick his leg onto your back or something like that.
You can get a wing. Well, hold up. How? That shit's so expensive. Warforged wings? It's 57,000 gold.
Yeah, making sure the box is secure.
No, 54.
They're made out of diamond.
Thoroughly inspected it.
Pretty sure they're made out of adamantine.
Pieces out. Doesn't make them heavy.
Maybe, I'm not sure. Fins? What the hell would a Warforged need fins? Massive frame? Retractable blade? That's just pretty much like a hidden blade. Shield arm?
Oh man, I just thought, like, what if I had gotten a 1 or something on my acrobatics check? Would Chris have made the hamster fall out of my pocket?
Yes,
Man, that would have been.
that would have been funny.
Word!
They would have been the best.
Word!
I would remember that today because of how funny it would have been.
Right.
Oh, look at the Pappy! Hi, Pappy!
You can make it undead a massive, giant, tiny squirrel, whatever the hell it is. Jesus Christ, I don't want your goddamn antivirus protection. No, go away.
You know, if viruses came with an automatic feature that blocked those kind of pop-up ads and stuff, people would be seeking them out.
Yeah, I'm just like casually on roll 20, and then there's just like McCaffrey, whatever the hell it is.
McCaffrey.
Like, your McCaffrey, yeah. Your antivirus protection has expired, so try now to reactivate protection. And it like refuses to let me press X.
Sounds like you got a virus. You've got the McAfee virus.
McAfee. Oh no, you have to press accept or risk. Never mind.
Okay, so Shamish, make a perception check.
Ooh, no, I'm okay with that. Ooh, 21.
Okay. Over here, you just as you're laying hands on yourself, out of the corner of your eye, you happen to see there is a small pseudodragon. And it is on the ground, walking around, picking up some of these runestones.
Hey, what?
Can you ping that on the map somewhere so we can get an idea of where?
Right there.
Ah.
It is a pseudodragon.
What's a pseudo-dragon?
So a pseudodragon,
Yes.
and you
Very much yes.
It's kind of a dragon.
It's a little cat dragon.
It is the dragon.
It's like a miniature wyvern that acts like a cat.
that's pretty accurate.
Like you.
It is a tiny dragon. and you know that most commonly, pseudodragons are familiars for spellcasters. And it's true. It's similar to like a wyvern in that it has 4 legs like a dragon, but its tail ends in a scorpion-like stinger. And it's small. It's like the size of a cat. It's like as big as Tassie.
Come here.
And you see this pseudo dragon wandering around picking up runestones, and 2 or 3 of them. So what do you do?
I wonder what they taste like.
I scoop up the black chicken and cautiously walk forward and say, "Do you eat chickens?" Here, and I present the black chicken to it as food.
For you doing that.
Make a persuasion check at advantage, Aaron.
12.
If he rolls,
I hate that chicken. I'm using lucky to re-roll that one because I hate that chicken. Let's see.
And you better add 2 to it because the Twinkle is guiding you.
Yes, 21.
Okay, so the pseudo dragon.
eats the chicken and proceeds to die.
The chicken
Because
will
my god has some mice
I
today.
have never tried this particular way of killing it.
If you roll a 1, the chicken should shit in your hand.
Yeah, I've already got my hand around its neck, keep it from pecking me.
Hold on here.
You just drop kick it. It's like really far away.
I've tried that, it doesn't work.
No, put it in a chest, lock the chest, push it in the ocean,
It doesn't work.
and then feed it to a kraken.
So the pseudo dragon looks at the black chicken, and you have its undivided attention, but it kind of makes a face like, yeah, but it's a live chicken. I don't want a live chicken.
I rapidly wring its
Cut it
neck.
off.
It's still like,
I have one hand is around its neck to keep it from pecking me. I've said that point already. So I just spin it really fast.
okay, so
It still comes.
it comes back to life, but
It only keeps coming back.
yeah, but the pseudo dragon doesn't really. It's very interested in the fact that you're offering it food, but it doesn't want that.
Norote will give it some turkey and
Yeah, I toss the chicken to the sides. Whatever.
anything else that the dragon will eat, he gives it.
And putting the rope around, and you guys walk out distracted the pseudo dragon.
Yeah, everybody just fucking ignores the tall furs at the top of this stalagmite.
Whatever I have on me that it wants to eat.
So
We assume. Back.
it nibbles on some of the beef jerky.
Something from the feed.
It nibbles on some of the beef jerky, but what it's really interested in your rations is it really likes cheese.
Ooh. As Norote also very much likes cheese, and he
I
has
have moldy cheese in my pocket.
No, he has extra stocks of cheese. Because Norote already really does like cheese. It's on his character sheet.
Ooh, you're cutting out.
So he has extra cheese
So
all the time.
this pseudo dragon is gobbling away at some cheese, and it seems quite happy to be nibbling on cheese from Norote. And where is
You want to sit on my shoulder, buddy?
I'm just a moldy gene. I just don't eat.
Where is Narate?
Well, I've seen that guy before.
I am right here.
Oh my god, this.
And Aaron has lost all interest in
Oh, there you
the
are.
dragon because it didn't want to eat his.
It didn't want to eat his chicken. So, yeah.
So I'll start climbing the rope.
Yeah, the pseudodragon sticks around and eats some cheese, and then then it kind of hops down, and you see it go around the side of the cavern, or around the side of this stalagmite, and you see that it goes inside a door.
You guys have found a nice door. I'm about 15 feet
want
up.
that
So
pseudo-dragon to like me.
And as soon as it goes inside this doorway, you hear the door slam shut, and when you look at the door, carved into the frame above the door are the words "Go away," written in common.
No.
So,
I'm gonna shout no at the door.
Telfar, you get 120 feet worth of rope tied off up to the top of this stalagmite.
Aaron's already started climbing.
Okay.
Every DM's nightmare. 12 different people going in different directions.
Right.
There's only 6 of us. Minus familiars.
So, you guys, Aaron, you climb to the top of this rope. Telfar, you're already up there. You can determine there is no way that you can see to get this runestone out of its embedment in the stalagmite. It's
Not without the use of a dwarf and his pickaxe, you mean?
Well, it heals. It's a healing
Right.
rock, which is weird.
right.
Well, that just means we have to dig into the rock around it and carve out that rock with it.
Yeah, it's impossible to get it out.
All right, fine. DM rules, it's impossible to take it off.
Just put a note down. The next time we come up with a spear of annihilation, we know where we're going.
Hey, what was that thing you guys were you feeding cheese to a tiny cat?
We were
No.
feeding cheese to a tiny dragon. I gave him some of my best cheeses and he ran away.
So, Shamish and Narate, you're in front of this door, and like I said, on the frame above the door, it says "Go away," written in common.
I scream at the door, just directly at the door, saying I say no.
How low is your intelligence, Anthony?
It's 15, but I don't use my brain. I just
Okay.
it's just like a locked part of my brain. Like only cognition and fighting. And then intelligence, cobwebs everywhere.
On either side of the door, there are 2 crystals that look like diamonds. And in the middle of each diamond, when you first look at it, it looks like there's a flaw in the diamond, like a black speck. But these diamonds are like the size of your fist. Then as you look closer, you see that in the center of each of these diamonds is a tiny black spider.
Ooh. Let's go see who's in there.
So you're going to open the door?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll shove a a watchtower pamphlet under the door first to see if I can get him interested.
Watchtower.
Wait, you're not even gonna knock? Come on.
I don't think that's ever worked, ever.
The polite thing to do is knock.
I'll knock or ring the doorbell or anything like
When it
that.
says go away, there is not really a polite option.
Yeah, so I mean, are you gonna knock on the door or are you gonna just open it? It's not locked.
Like,
Oh, well then.
We'll knock. I'll knock. Anthony, stand back. I don't trust you not to break down the door.
But it's unlocked. That's what you do when you have an unlocked door. You break
No,
down.
that's not what you do. You knock first unless you know there's danger behind it. There might be
There's
a
danger,
nice
they
little
say go
rest
away.
area
So
for us.
I'm just thinking it's bad.
It says go away, but who would say go away if they were super strong? They just kill whoever came by, and they're not doing that, are they?
Yeah, but what if they're just too lazy? Yeah,
What if
exactly.
they're just an old gnome who wants to be left alone but likes visitors sometimes?
What if they go away? So we should do the opposite of what the sign says.
Knock on the door. Got it.
So,
No, it's,
so Narate knocks on the door, and after a minute or two, the door opens, and standing before you is this old lich wearing green, like a light green wizard's robe,
big brain.
and he is quite skeletal with red pinpricks in his eye sockets. And he says, "What do you want? Can't you read?"
Yes, we can read, but we were actually looking for a lich on this level.
Well, it seems that you've found one. Now go home.
Are you Ezzat?
Do you have a phylactery that we could borrow?
We're neighbors. We just wanted to borrow a cup of your phylactery. He says, "Yes, I'm Ezzat."
Oh,
Can I hit him now?
And he looks
no, don't hit him yet. The necrotic cleric's just
Maybe.
like, shut up, paladin.
he sticks his head out the door and he says, "Did that bastard Halaster send you?"
No, actually, a married genie sent us, because we're gonna go kill Halaster pretty soon here. Do we,
Oh, well.
are you okay?
Well, then please come in. Well, it seems we have much to talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna go battle Halaster pretty soon here.
He's not a friend of ours.
it really sounds like we might have a chance for a 10-minute pleasant conversation coming up.
Well, yeah, I mean, can you imagine if we had our own lich living in Troll Skull Manor?
He gets his own private room.
Yeah.
So, Telfar, you see the rest of the party get invited inside by this lich, and you're up on the stalagmite. Are you going to join them?
Guys, I think you guys should let me do that.
Try to slip on in somewhere unnoticed, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Aaron's at 25 stealth, and he was standing pretty far away from that group. So, yeah, Telfar and Aaron are going to try to slip in.
Yeah, Telfar's gonna be just underneath Norate's cape. You know,
My heavy black cloak.
yeah. I'm so sneaky, you don't even know that I'm like right up against your butt.
Oh god, okay.
It's great. It's great. Like between your belt and your cloak. Great. Got a lot of room up in here.
I don't have much
So-
hope that the lich doesn't have the ability to tell with Aaron.
Yeah, he is not fooled by your stealth. He has true seeing and can see you. But he invites you all in all the same. let's see here. And if you go down to the lower right corner of the map, there is a tower. This is inside the stalagmite.
We're in 15, room 15.
Correct.
So, a Mareed sent us to retrieve your phylactery.
How
Way
that
he could
doesn't,
escape from
how that
Halaster.
doesn't start off a war, I don't know.
But, yeah, I'm just going to talk to him about it, and I'm going to make it very clear that I don't want to fight. I'm just presenting this information to him.
Okay. So,
Mareed Genie sent us to retrieve your phylactery so that he could escape from Halaster's clutches.
okay, he actually moves you. He opens this door and this door and brings you into 17. He as you move through 16, you see that there's candles and stone holders that are lighting the room. In the middle of the room, a wooden chair faces a small wooden table upon which rests a game board topped with painted miniatures. Floating next to the table is a 5-foot-long staff made of chiseled ice.
Ooh.
The
Make
staff is floating.
yes. And when you look at the game board, it looks like the game is in progress. And there is a chair on the opposite side of the board opposing the floating staff where whoever's been playing this game would sit. And he brings you into room 17. And you can see that on the west wall here, there is a large spiral staircase that leads up into deeper or higher into the stalagmite. And in this is a study. Dozens of wax candles light the room, perched atop candle holders or affixed to skulls, petrified rats, and other miscellaneous objects. The room is cluttered with stacks of books, most of them caked with dust. There's a desk and a chair. A path between the books leads from the door to an old desk and chair by the east wall. Ezzat goes behind the desk and sits down, and he says, "So, let me guess. Ixtlaglug the Marid in the Caverns of Ooze sent you to retrieve my phylactery. Is that correct?"
That is correct.
Well, he technically asked us to do that, but our reason for traveling down here is to stop Halaster. And we just happened to run into him.
He says, "Well, had you helped the Marid, you would actually be assisting Halaster as well."
Oh,
Ah.
I am devoted to thwarting Halaster's plans. Can you educate me more on what is going on?
Halaster bound and trapped a Marid and a Dow in the Caverns of Ooze, and he pitted them against one another, and in their fight, the only way that they can get free is by killing me. And my life's mission, or Undeath's mission, is to kill Halaster.
Huh.
Ah.
Well, that's awesome because the Raven Queen has assigned us the mission to do this, to stop Halaster, because his actions, which I'm not quite clear on, will destroy all the planes of existence and tear them to
He
shreds.
says, "Oh yes, the Raven Queen and her portents. Tell me, which one of her agents gave you this quest?"
Oh hell, I don't remember now. Probably Aaron does, but Carl doesn't.
Well, it wasn't an agent. She talked to you directly.
Yeah, and it was with the alternate plane Eye of the Beholder thingy or whatever. That. Yeah. So okay.
The
So
Raven
yeah,
Queen told us
talked to the
directly.
Raven Queen directly, and we were actually physically on another parallel plane, and it just we watched it get destroyed as we slipped away.
He says, "You spoke to the Raven Queen directly." He says that
Indeed.
You can be fooled, but that's what.
Nobody speaks to the Raven Queen. You must be important. He seems a bit incredulous, but he seems like he may be able to either ally with you or at the very least use you.
Well, certainly, we have no barriers to sharing information, and our goals sound to be aligned. So I'm happy to share information and learn what we can between each other. But if you try to manipulate me and use me, that might be successful and it might not. So, in the interest of succeeding in our quest, please convince me that working with you is the right way to go about thwarting Halaster's plans.
So
Naruto is also excited because he just met a lich and he wants to know about undeath and stuff because he's recently switched to the death domain.
he doesn't have time.
Wants to know all about how he came to be a lich and trapped in Undermountain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he says, I'm most certainly not trapped. I've chosen to live here. And unfortunately, I don't have the time or inclination to take on an apprentice, especially a cleric. And you see the pseudodragon come down from come out from behind a pile of books and kind of flits up and lands on his shoulder. And he tells you that the pseudodragon's name is Ipsis. And he says,
Ipsis.
how did I come to be in Shadow Mountain or in Undermountain? Well, I, at one time in my younger years, this was centuries ago, I was a apprentice to Halaster Blackcloak. And
We've run into a couple
Did you not
like that.
go crazy like many of his former apprentices?
hold on just a second here.
Or let me rephrase that. It seems you did not go crazy like many of his former apprentices.
Hold on. Some of these, I don't know, some of these levels are laid out very well, and then other ones, it's like somebody had an aneurysm in the middle of writing it. So he says that he was one of Halaster's apprentices for a short while, although he met a good aligned human priest who discouraged him from pursuing that evil path. And after my priest friend died of old age, I decided to become a lich to avoid a similar fate. He says, I became obsessed with finding a way to not only destroy Halaster, but to gain control over Undermountain and replace him.
I love when there's a good lich.
He's not good.
One that isn't
We
like.
just have shared interests.
Narate, make an insight check.
That is.
And Aaron's looking at the titles of the books that he's got stacked around there for future reference.
29.
So you kind of realize that. So Ezzat is telling you how much he hates Halaster and how he wants to end Halaster and take over Undermountain. And as he's going on his rant about how much he hates Halaster and how he's going to destroy Halaster, you realize that with each passing minute, he seems more and more like Halaster than he would like to admit.
I think we all know what we have to do.
He says that he goes ahead and gives you some background on Halaster himself. He says, the Mad Mage of Undermountain is the deranged individual behind most of the traps and horrors you may find in this great dungeon. He says, he considers Undermountain his home and an amusement gallery in which others perform to entertain him, and you have likely given him much entertainment up until now. He says, the Mad Mage is an ever-changing... knows the ever-changing ways of this area as no one else does, for he is the one who controls the changes. He prefers to remain unseen, skulking about invisibly or peering through scrying sensors or little eyes that resemble or little sensors that resemble wide open eyes surrounded by sparkling motes of light. Halaster has abilities that far exceed those of most mortal wizards. His expertise with magical gates allows him to travel far and wide to engage in magical research. He spends much of his time creating these gates, moving them around and creating elder runes on them. Halaster's gates connect to different levels here in Undermountain, which I'm sure you've already discovered. Even as groups of adventurers try to gain decisive control of just a small section of Undermountain's halls, Halaster constantly alters the dungeon's perils to thwart them. He tells you, he says, Halaster's true form is that of a tall, gaunt, male human, but he uses magic to take on other visages and shapes. He says, but be aware that he is known as the Mad Mage for a reason. And no matter what shape he takes, you'll probably find him giggling and muttering.
Well, the last being that we ran across that was muttering was some sort of mud blob guy on the level above us.
God damn, Halaster.
That was probably him, the mud method.
Maybe. He tells you.
I have to admit that I don't see much hope for us to be able to defeat him, but I don't see much hope for living if we don't try. So we're just plowing ahead. Every story that I hear is that he's demigod status and all-knowing, way more powerful than us, and his ability to travel means the only reason that we would ever catch him is that he wants us to catch him. So this seems like a fool's errand to go and try to stop Halaster, but I see no other choice for me. Nice books that you've got here. These are really interesting.
Yeah, he tells you that he has created a ward around the stalagmite that prevents Halaster or any of Halaster's agents to come within 10 feet of the door. However, the one thing that he can't get past is the fact that Halaster is linked to the runestone at the top of the spire. And Halaster will frequently use the runestone to scry, and occasionally he'll be able to cast spells from the runestone, but he's never been able to get to Ezzat because Ezzat's smart and he just stays inside his tower.
Oh. Well, so how would you, we're not agreeing, but how would you use us to thwart Halaster?
Well, you're going down there anyways. I'm sure that I can give you something that may assist you in defeating Halaster at the very bottom of Undermountain.
Here, take this briefcase nuke with you. What's that? Don't worry about it.
On people who rhyme with Halaster.
Yeah, right. Like he's worried about killing us.
Yeah, a lich is. He's not scared of you.
Oh no. We're totally
we kill the lich.
Yeah. Hey, it's already done. He's dead.
Right.
You know, again.
Let's leave him alone.
So we undead it.
I mean, he's gonna become the next Halaster if we leave him.
Well,
Yeah, but that way there's more campaigns that we can do. Or other
I
people.
definitely think we should accept his gifts and then immediately turn on him.
Exactly. That's
The only way to kill him is for a paladin to lay on hands and suffuse his body with holy energy of at least 80 hit points worth.
So he takes you upstairs in an area.
He's lawful. He won't do that.
He takes you upstairs, and in area 19, he says, I can show you any area in Undermountain that you would like to view. And in this room, there is mounted on the south wall, it's about 6 inches above the floor, is a 3 foot wide, 9 foot tall rectangular mirror. And it sits in a stone frame. And he says, I can show you anywhere in Undermountain. However, if you want me to scry on Halaster, be aware that you're not going to receive an accurate image. And to prove this to you, he scries on Halaster, the spell seems to succeed and automatically, and it shows Halaster sweeping a dungeon floor with a broom. And then the image pauses after a few minutes to wave at you, and they do a little dance and strum the broom as if it was a guitar, and do a kick line across the floor, and laughs at you and flips you off, and then the mirror goes back to just being a mirror.
Okay, yep, he's crazy. What were those hand symbols?
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
I think in my studies, I had a book about that. It's strange, but it means he wants to have intercourse with us.
I don't think you read that book right.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Well, it wasn't interesting enough to read.
Sounds like it looks like a very complicated spell he was casting there with all those fingers.
So he tells you he can show you any location in Undermountain. What would you like to see?
Well, is it a fixed point, or could you show us the path that we would walk to go down, or the path that we would take to go lower?
Well, yeah, he shows you. He shows you the paths down on each level. This one and those below it.
Okay. How many levels down do we have till we get to the bottom? We've been told mysteriously that we have to go to the bottom. I don't know that we'll ever get there in our lifetimes, but
he says that Halaster's tower is on level 23.
Well, we're actually closer than I'd ever thought we might be.
He says the level below this one is Terminus. He says that Terminus is, you'll mostly find Durgar down there, but Terminus, he says you're going to need to be particularly careful moving through Terminus, because ultimately it is ruled by a fallen angel.
Oh boy. Any hints on how to deal with that fallen angel? Sneak through, negotiate, get allies and fight our way through?
Well, says he says Terminus is ruled by a planetar named Phasrian. And Phasrian is a tragic fellow. He succumbed to his own bloodlust,
Oh boy.
and has claimed the level as his own, and judges all intruders who enter his domain. If you're found guilty, you're slain on the spot.
Fallen angel.
Would that include chickens?
He says Phasrian was a planetar who was formerly in service to Torm, the god of courage and self-sacrifice. The planetar was summoned to Undermountain months ago by an adventuring cleric. Sickened by the foulness it beheld, Phasrian sought to cleanse the Terminus level of corruption, but the magic suffusing the abominations there corrupted the planetar's divine zeal. The more horrors it destroyed, the more joy Phasrian took in their slaughter. His fall from grace was swift, culminating in the murder of the cleric and her companions. He says, I suspect that there's a bit of goodness that still burns within him. He says, perhaps if you make Phasrian realize what he has become, you may actually redeem him.
After all, if he does.
Sounds like we need a paladin for
doing
this.
good by doing
Huh? What was that? I heard my name.
Oh, no, we were talking about paladins, not you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Narote is going to ask to show the location of his father's death, because he was told that his father died and left many, many gems and coins and, like, his legacy.
You great frogger.
The deed to your mountain.
yeah. Did he leave me the keys to the mountain? Your father, his tomb and vault is located on Terminus level.
Ah.
Find a lovely.
We have one.
Well, I'm asking to see if he can find another lovely.
No. And then he tells you, below Terminus, you'll find Shadow Dusk Hold. The Shadow Dusk family were a family of noble water Davians who made their fortune in trading. The three of their sisters came down and formed Shadow Dusk Hold deep in Undermountain. He says, I don't know much about them or their motivations. They seem to be a situation unto themselves, but I believe Halaster hasn't done anything about them because they protect the opening to his lair on level 23.
Wait, how many levels are there?
23.
23. Oh, okay. So we're pretty close.
Yep. Aaron has the feeling that we are very close to marching straight into the jaws of death.
Possibly.
Yep.
That would kind of suck. I mean, you know, what, a 1.5 year long campaign and to do a party wipe at the very end?
Well, yeah. I mean, we've been set up to as bait to go down to the bottom. Like, yeah, right, whatever.
And
Infinitely powerful beings.
we get
Send
that.
some
If we
mortals
want
down
to
to
spend money, I can start creating clones of us.
Huh.
Oh,
Huh?
Be bodies
Well.
for our spirits for our souls to run back to and inhabit.
unless something goes wrong and then you end up like Manchun.
Well, I would like to talk to this guy a little bit more to see if this whole prophecy thing that the Raven Queen shared with us, I'd like to poke at it and see if there's holes in it. Because if we've been fed a line of crap, then I'm heading up and retiring. This is just insanity. So
He tells you. He says. He tells you that the problem with prophecies is that they're never what they seem, because situations are always changing. It's always fluid. And the biggest problem that he has with the Raven Queen is that she deals in absolutes.
so she's just saying, you know what? There's a 0.001% chance that everything in the entire multiverse could get destroyed, and to her, that's one side of a two-sided coin.
Correct.
Okay. Well, yeah. Aaron's starting to think, you know, I should go back up and make sure Troll Skull Manor is in good shape, and maybe Quill would like to come down here and finish out the rest of it.
Send your hireling. Yeah.
You know, or maybe Quill and I could just hang out at the top, and you know. But I do want to make sure that it does stay intact, so that Troll Skull Manor doesn't get dissolved along with me. That would be bad. So, Mr. Narkliv, or whatever the hell your name is.
Ezzat.
Ezzat? Okay. Izzak. Whatever. So what would you have us do?
Do what you were going to do to begin with. Go down to the bottom of Undermountain and defeat Halaster.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay.
Easy.
So tell me about these books that you've been reading. Because I'm thinking maybe it's time for me to retire from this adventuring and thing.
So, to aid you along, he gives you
+3 adamantine full plate.
Why would you want? We have like mithril.
Yeah, I know.
I just need a spell immunity brooch, something that gives me total 100% immunity from magic.
out of his library. Ezzat gives you a manual of quickness of action. This will increase. Reading this book, if you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your dexterity score will increase by 2, as does your maximum for that score.
Oh.
And he gives you a manual of bodily health. If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your constitution score increases by 2, as does the maximum for that score.
I think we know who needs that.
Either me or Shamish.
To increase your con score?
Be one of the people
Yeah.
that didn't get a book already.
One of the
I didn't get a book.
yeah no he's
I mean, I would think that Telfar would want to increase
Yeah, that's who I thought.
Because Telfar's still at a -1, right?
You want the Constitution? Hell no! Give me that Dex, man. I want a 20 Dex score.
Well,
Roll for it.
I want to get one that increases the base class.
So what dex do you have, Telfar?
I have an 18 for my
Alright.
Dex score.
I will not contest it.
Yep, Telfar should get the dex.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as far as con bonuses go, whoever's taken the most hit point damage should probably get that. Shamish takes a whole lot of hit point damage.
So
Who else
he
gets hit?
he gives you these books and he says
always charges in and smites everything.
he gives you these books and he says, well, these should help you along the way, but please study them somewhere else. I have things to do.
Certainly.
We studied them 5 feet outside of his home.
We always just sit outside the door, reading books.
Well, the next level down is where we've got the fallen angel that's going to kill us, right?
It's not gonna kill us. It'll judge us well.
You've gotten used to the gods of fate protecting you from incomprehensible dangers time after time after time.
I think it's funny that they
Everything
imply
is
that
just
a fallen angel is judging everybody. I'm like, it doesn't matter if they're fallen or not. That's kind of what angels do.
Yeah.
You know, it's,
real judgy.
yeah, they're very judgy.
Yeah, I don't feel that I would pass any sort of divine judgment.
Naruto probably would. He's
Oh,
been
you-
lawful his entire life.
Yeah, but you forget that this planetar, Phasrian, succumbed to his bloodlust. So I don't. He may have more in common with Thrick.
Well, and what is this? Naruto's been associating with undead for like a month or something like this.
Yeah, right? A month,
But
like a
not
week.
evil.
But of course, no one says they're evil unless they're insane and they want to. I'm sure Halaster says he's not evil. So you can't believe your own judgments.
Ah, he's just crazy. He's a little crazy.
So,
Okay.
what would you guys like to do at this point? You know how to get down, and as you're leaving the tower, he tells you, he says, on your way down, as you move through this area, he tells you. So the exit from here is to the east, directly from the tower. And he says that if you run into any of the what are they? He calls them stone cloaks. And he says you'll find some stone golems that vaguely resemble Halaster. They are semi-intelligent, but you shouldn't really have any problems with them. They are like, they have the intelligence of children.
Where are we?
Ooh, so we can manipulate them.
Oh, this says the good cleric.
Says
We're
yeah,
gonna
says the-
No,
Right.
that's Liam talking. That's not Naruto talking.
Yeah.
I'm hard on everybody today.
I
Yeah.
can't find the map now. The map is completely gone for me. Never mind.
So, should we just head down to...
So yeah, you're in the middle of the map at 14.
Fight that, fallen angel?
I
We
feel
don't
like
necessarily have to fight it.
Of course we do.
I want to fight it, so we're fighting it.
Before
How's
we
it
leave
clear?
Ezzat's place,
That takes her to happen.
Before we leave that lich guy's place, I'd like to try a suggestion.
Okay.
That frosty-looking staff would also be really helpful to us.
So,
The what? What?
he says, well, no, that's my friend.
Is it a sentient ice staff? That'd be really cool if it was.
Your friend looks very, very brave. Are you sure your friend would
So,
like to accompany us
the
on this
staff-
journey? Could be a great assistant.
It is a staff of frost that has been imbued with sentience. It is no longer considered a magical item. It is a sentient creature. It's considered a construct. Has a flying speed of 30 feet. The ability to hover, has blind sight out to a range of 60 feet. It is neutral evil.
It's a critter.
It can speak and understand common, and has no desire to leave the tower, and it admonishes Ezzat to finish up with his so-called guests so that they can get back to their game.
Hey, sword.
Yep.
Because my sword can talk. I ask my sword if you can talk to the other staff.
The staff has no desire to leave. Ezzat jokingly says, you can go ahead and try to grab it and take it with you if you'd like.
I try that.
Don't sham it.
Oh, I think what? Yeah.
It's a sentient staff. I'm very interested.
You're gonna get hauled in for sexual
bite.
harassment suit for roping a sentient staff.
Is that what you're calling it now?
It's a critter. We're just grabbing it willy-nilly. Oh my god.
Yep, I just poop, pick it up.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh, 19.
No.
No for me or no for you?
No for you.
Shamish the human popsicle.
You take 57 points of cold damage when you grab the staff.
Ow.
You see visions of a frozen hell plane.
Yeah, he grabs the staff, and you guys see that his entire right arm just almost turns completely to ice.
Great idea, Shamish.
You were supposed to use your left arm to do that.
Oh, I'll try my left arm again. I'm just kidding. No.
Oh yeah.
Roll wisdom save. No, I'm not the best.
Okay, stick
The
your
cop-
tongue
the
to it.
cop
Let's
was
see
coming
if it
through.
sticks.
Yeah. Lick it.
Lick it. Fire department.
And then everybody leave. Just leave him with his tongue stuck to the staff.
I'm stuck.
I can breathe, remember?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
No risk. Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure if it does 57 again, it's going to probably kill me. And...
I think the staff is giving you the cold shoulder. I think we should just head out.
Oh man.
Okay, I leave.
Okay. So yeah, the staff has no desire to leave. And as soon as you leave, Ezzat shuts and locks the door.
Well, I think we
I
should
kick the door down.
We should go back
No.
to Troll Skull and have a party for maybe a week or something where we can get drunk and eat great food and all that other stuff. Because after this, it's just we're gonna be like diving into areas where if they want to kill us, we're dead.
Yeah, and I'd like
Yeah.
to get my companion finally.
That's true.
I'd say it's time to make sure that that if we die, we've at least enjoyed our last week and partied up. Because
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, we can fight monsters and stuff, but from here on out, it's things that could stomp us flat if they want to.
Okay.
Only for a moment.
I cast Word of Recall on everybody then. If
Okay.
Everyone's okay with going to the surface.
Okay. I think we can do
And
that.
we're gonna start setting up one hell of a party.
Oops.
This might be our last time up here.
Yeah.
The ship.
I don't know why you guys are so concerned.
I don't know, man. I've never had a bad experience down there.
I know, right?
I only died once, and that was because I was being stupid.
And this map
That
is
doesn't count as a bad experience.
Yes, it
ridiculous.
does. That 100% does.
So
The vast majority of our encounters down there were,
Easy.
in the mortal realm. We could deal with it, but the ones that are coming up don't sound that way.
hold on, let me adjust the size of this map because this is just dumb.
Yeah, that was
Look, I don't want to die, guys, before we've had a chance to go for a ride on our airship.
Oh hell yes, that's
Oh, yeah,
that's
you're
what I'm
right.
talking about.
So we can't die because we have airship immunity.
What the hell?
Why can't I see the map?
I don't know. What did you do?
The map is
Oh, there we went.
it's under construction at the moment.
Yeah, I kind of can only see some of it. I can see the first floor, the gear. Oh, no, I can see the second, third.
Hold on. I'm trying to adjust this because this map is ridiculously huge. I mean, Troll Skull Manor is a good size, but it's not that big. There we go. I don't. Why does it keep doing that? That's really annoying. And it's still gargantuan. Yes, maps and background. Oh my god, this is 20.
Okay.
Roll 20 giving you issues?
Yes, it's usual bullshit. Stuff that they honestly should have fixed a long time ago and have not.
Backward.
Okay, that's a little bit better. that's better.
Are there something like brass knuckles in this game?
There's cestus or cetus.
Yeah, so there's castus, but I mean, they don't do a whole lot. So one of the things, so those traveler books, as I'm doing this, I'll describe this. Those traveler books that I got. So you know the equipment section in the player's handbook in D&D. Imagine if the equipment section was the entire size of the player's handbook.
Oh wow.
Sounds like a Hackmaster.
Yeah, it's crazy. And there is some really cool stuff in there. Come on. No, not all of them. God damn it. This is pissing me off. Okay. Alright, so you are back in Troll Skull Manor. So,
That was not nice.
are you going to spend the 2 days studying the books?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not me saying that.
So, I know Telfar's taking the dexterity. Who's taking the con?
If no one will take it, I'll take it.
So Telfar, you can add 2 to your dex.
Who else wants to roll off for the con? Aaron will pass.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Just have everybody roll a d20. Whoever gets the highest roll gets to take it.
I'm not hearing anybody contest.
Yeah, I already have an 8 seats in my con.
So, all right.
Well, I have a 15.
Sounds like Shamash is the designated leader.
Yeah. I was wondering why his paladin had such low hit points.
I have 138. But I haven't leveled up yet, so.
You're not level 16 yet?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm not further than last time. So
Yes, you are. Anthony, you are.
He has done apply it. Yeah.
I haven't applied it yet.
So, yeah. So, are we gonna say that Shamish is taking the con book?
Yes.
Okay. So Shamish, you can add 2 to your Constitution. So that'll make it 17. So, have you rolled for hit points for level 16 yet?
No.
Okay, so roll for hit points first, because that's just going to make this easier. So, hold on.
But I always forget. It's like the one thing I always forget. What do you roll for?
D10.
Like D10, yeah.
Roll a d10 and add your charisma modifier for.
Is it charisma or con?
Or I'm sorry, con. So roll a d10 and add +2. Or
Or you could be boring and take the average.
you can take 6 plus 2. Whichever is higher.
I rolled the 10. I got a 9.
Okay. So 9, add 11 to your hit points.
Okay. 11. That's 49.
You only have 49 hit points?
149.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell? And so when you add 2, that makes your constitution now is 17. So that changes your modifier to plus 3. Add another 16 hit points to your hit points.
165, I believe.
165.
There you go.
Ah, so close to 69.
You're going to be saying that a lot for the rest of your life.
Oh, can I get a companion now? Because I want to use my card.
Okay. Yes, you can do that. So, hold on. Page 142. So, what does the card say? God, I hate these cards.
It's a scout. It can be any medium humanoid, any race, medium humanoid, any alignment. Armor class is 12.
Okay, so there's no such thing as a scout. They don't exist.
Yeah.
So,
It can be any race.
but I would say that scout probably. So there's only 3 classes of sidekick. There's the warrior, there's the spellcaster, and there's the expert. I would say that a scout probably most resembles the expert. Hold on here, let me find the expert.
What would what is it? A warrior or a fighter or a warrior?
No, there's warrior, there's spellcaster, and there's expert. I would think that a scout most commonly is going to be an expert. So, does the card give any stats for it?
Yeah, it gives actually all the stats. It has 11 strength, 14 dex, cons 12, intelligence 11, wit 13, charisma 11.
Okay. Hold on here.
Plus 5 to perception, plus 6 to stealth, plus 5 to survival, plus 4 to nature.
Okay.
15 to best of
maybe.
perception.
Specialist type of thing.
Language is common. Has advantage on perception checks.
Hold on. Okay, so it's going to be an expert. I'm trying to. Okay, so those stats are fine. It is level 16, so do you have a piece of paper nearby that you can write this down?
Yeah. A bunch of it.
Okay, so its proficiency bonus is plus 5.
Okay, got that.
So the expert, let's see.
You can give it proficiency in one of these saving throws of your choice: dexterity, intelligence, or charisma. Which one of those do you want that proficiency in?
Dexterity.
Okay. So it now gets to add +5 to its dexterity saving throws. Plus, what's its dexterity modifier?
+2.
So it gets a +7 total to its dexterity saving throws. At first level, it gets the helpful feature. Sidekick is adept at giving well-timed assistance. The sidekick can take the help action as a bonus action. Hold on here. What does it say that it has for hit points?
16.
Does it give the hit dice?
3d8.
Okay, so, okay. So that was level 1. Level 2, it gets cunning action. Sidekick's agility or quick thinking allows it to act speedily. On its turn in combat, it can take the dash, disengage, or hide action as a bonus action. Roll a d8 plus its con modifier and add that to its hit points.
D8 plus con.
And you might as well do that 15 more times. So roll 15 die 8 plus 30.
So how many? 15?
Yep, 15 die 8 plus 30. And add that to its hit points.
You could always use the roll 20 roller.
Yeah, you could do that.
8.
Well, here.
Got the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7. That's 7.
Here, just let the computer do the work. So there, add 100 to its hit points.
Oh, okay. I just rolled like 15 though, so.
So did I.
16, that's not bad.
In a single click.
Okay, it has 116 health.
Okay. Let's see here. Third level, it gets expertise. You get choose 2 of the sidekick's skill proficiencies. The sidekick's proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check it makes that uses any of those chosen proficiency. So pick 2 skills, and it gets expertise in those 2 skills. What the heck?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, I could not hear any of you at all for a sec. Just went completely silent.
So, yeah, I was having a weird Skype issue. So
Is this the player's handbook or a different?
no, it's in Tasha's,
Gotcha.
but it has the same skills as any other character. So what skills are listed on the card?
+4 nature, +5 perception, +6 stealth, and +5 survival.
I would pick stealth and perception. So add 5 to both of those.
Dear God.
You can improve. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, what was the
4.
thing you were talking when your mic went out? Because it kind of didn't hear any of it.
Add 5 to both perception and stealth. It has
Okay.
expertise in this.
So then, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You can add 8 points to any of your, or to a total of 8 points divided up to your ability scores, wherever you want to put them.
Okay. 8, did you say?
Yep, a total of 8. So like you could put 2 in strength, 2 in dex, 2 in con, and 2 in charisma.
Huh. Yeah. I'll put 2 in here, so 1. And then 2 in here. 3 equals 1. And then put 4 into a con. Okay, my divvy-do's all out.
Okay. Next, it gets coordinated strike. This is at 6th level. Sidekick is adept at fighting in concert with a companion. When the sidekick uses its helpful feature to aid an ally in attacking a creature, that target can be up to 30 feet away from the sidekick, and the sidekick can deal an extra 2d6 damage to it the next time the sidekick hits it with an attack roll, before the end of its current turn. The extra damage is the same type of damage dealt by the attack. So it can deal an additional 2d6 damage when it is using the helpful feature. At 7th level, it gets evasion. Because of its extraordinary good luck, the sidekick is skilled at avoiding danger. When the sidekick is subjected to an effect that allows it to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, it instead takes no damage if it succeeds on the saving throw. At 8th level, no, we already did that. At 11th level, it gets Inspiring Help. When the sidekick takes the help action, the creature who receives the help also gains a 1d6 bonus to their die 20 roll. If that roll is an attack roll, the creature can forego adding the bonus to it, and then if the attack hits, the creature can add the bonus to the attack's damage roll. At 20th level, the bonus increases to 2d6. Already did that. At 14th level, it gets Reliable Talent. The sidekick has refined its skills to an exceptional degree. Whenever the sidekick makes an ability check that includes its whole proficiency bonus, it can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. At 15th level, it once again gets Expertise. So choose two more skills. So let's see, what did it have? It had survival and nature.
Yeah.
Add 5 to both of those.
So 10 and 9.
And let's see here. That's it. So that character is done. It is now a 16th level expert sidekick. All you need to do is give it a name.
And a race. If I haven't picked a race either. Well, I'm not gonna go with the other 2 races I've gone with, because that ends badly. I don't think it was the race, it was the issue.
Yeah, no.
Hello, little expert. Welcome to the world. The DM looks forward to killing you.
Maybe this thing's not as easy to kill now. It's not paper. It's plastic. Hard plastic.
It's okay. Finger of Death still does 80 points of damage.
Okay. I think I'm making a. I'm just do random race generator.
Okay. Yeah, you can pick one later. It could be pretty much anything, but it can't be like an animal because the only warrior class could be applied to like an animal. So like you could have a wolf and you could apply the warrior sidekick class to like a wolf. If that makes sense.
Okay, generate random race.
Well, I think we better get in touch with Volo
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'll do that.
Halaster and let them know that we found a runestone fragment.
Yes.
He's a warforged, because that's what I got.
So, in the 2 days that you spend reading these books and studying and doing your exercises, you send out a messenger to go find Volo, or actually all you have to do is find Halaster Silvermane, and Halaster comes and meets you at the tap room of the Troll Skull Manor, and he is extremely thankful and ecstatic, and he says, well, hold on, I brought somebody to thank you personally. Please excuse me for not, telling you before. And he leans out the entrance of Troll Skull Manor. He says, "Oh, please come in. Come in, my lady. They're ready. They're ready to meet you." And in walks Laryl Silverhand.
Oh.
And she confides that it was her who set Halaster Silvermane the task of trying to find somebody to retrieve one of these runestone fragments.
And Telfar goes, "Oh, Lady Silverhand, a pleasure to see you in our humble establishment. How goes things with Mr. And he steps on his own foot.
She says, "Oh, you mean Jay?"
Yes, I mean, sure. I mean, our mutual acquaintance.
She says, he traveled north, last I heard. I'm not sure how he's doing. I have heard from small birds in the air that he has been seen in the Ten Towns region of Icewind Dale.
I trust you're enjoying that fancy little trinket we all went to great lengths for.
I am indeed.
Because I've done
Oh,
nothing.
good. Could we possibly pour you a glass of wine? Lift! I'll fight it.
Yeah, she sits down and enjoys a glass of wine. She says, and she confides, she says, honestly, it's not often that I get away and I'm able to just relax for a bit. And Telfar, make a perception check.
Oh, yeah. I'll take 21.
For the first time, you have noticed lines around, wrinkles around the edges of her eyes, and you notice that Laryl Silverhand seems exhausted, like really worn out.
Oh, you poor dear. You must manage to get away more often. I'm sure we could put together a special room where you must not be disturbed.
Make a charisma check.
Oh yeah. Just raw charisma
Yep.
or persuasion?
Raw charisma.
18.
She thanks you profusely. She's very kind, and she says, "Oh, I wouldn't want to be of any trouble, and I don't know how often that I'd be able to do such a thing to get away. I have much studying to do and matters of state to look forward to." She says,
Well, at the very least, you must manage to find time for a vacation. A lady like you needs your beauty rest.
She wryly smiles and she says, "I see that the hotel is complete, and it looks like your airship looks magnificent."
Oh, that old thing. You're much too kind. Much too kind. When this Telfar just pops out his chest. He's obviously extremely proud and very boastful, but doing his best to keep it under wraps in front of Silver Hands.
She says, "When are you planning a grand opening? I've heard rumors about town that you're going to have a floating casino."
Oh, very soon, milady. Very, very soon. In fact, it would delight me to no end if you were to join us for our maiden voyage.
I would like that very much. Are you planning to have a grand gala aboard the vessel?
Oh, the grandest of galas. A gala to end all galas. A gala to put all other galas to shame.
So
We shall simply redefine the meaning of gala.
okay. So she once again thanks you for finding the runestone, and she and Halaster Silvermane take their leave. Also, now I'm embarrassed to say that I haven't even actually had a chance to crack open this book yet, but hold on here. Surely there must be something in the chapter called Growing Your Franchise. So hold on. What I'm really looking for
Oh yeah.
is charts.
You guys in the hell out of this fish.
Oh my.
Is it too much?
I see. Whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look through that because so I'm looking through Acquisitions Incorporated, and they actually give like levels for your business. And so like at certain levels, the franchise itself grows. And like at level like where you guys are at, from like level 17 to 20, the franchise grows to be extra planar.
Ah,
So
yeah.
yeah, we're not really there. Down here. Which one of these is it? Downtime.
You have to set one up on that asteroid at Stardock and start accommodating all of the space gnomes and their pet hamsters.
And a dwarfy that requires one giant, miniature giant space hamster.
Yeah.
Who wants to roll a D100?
I mean, I guess I always am willing.
Okay. And you can add 20 to that roll.
Looks like a 68.
Okay. Roll 1d6 and multiply it by 5. So your businesses have covered their own maintenance costs for the last 10 days and have earned a profit of 15 gold pieces.
Huzzah! I will put in
Alright,
the
next
troll
step.
stone there.
Okay. Did you want to liquidate anything that you found while you from your last foray into Undermountain? Now's the time to do that. If you want to
Yes,
divvy up
yes.
cash.
Let me pull up the loot sheet. Let's see.
Did we lose Carl?
A big stash of.
Did we lose Carl?
Yes, Carl said he had some real life things going
Oh.
on about 15 minutes ago,
Okay.
and he dipped out.
Okay.
It looks like we've lost Anthony out of boredom or something. I don't know.
It's probably going to turn into a pumpkin. There's only about 10 minutes left anyways.
Sure. Well, looks like we have a stash of black candles with purple flames from the cultists. I think we're going to keep those for ambiance.
Yep.
We have, let's see, whatever happened to Van Rack's mithril armor and Van Rack's firm blade after we gave them back to the Glister?
Glister has them.
So he's got those now. Those should not be on our loot table.
Right.
Alrighty. We have a Mind Flayer's Braille spellbook. Is that worth anything? Or can we use it in some
Oh my
way
God.
if we find some way to translate it?
Oh.
Are you alright?
Yeah. So the Mind Flayer, the Mind Flayer captain's spellbook, Cancel could probably use that.
Alright.
And
And I remember that Anthony and Liam were both arguing over a gold and black pearl and spinal beholder figurine. Did they ever figure out who that was going to go to? Did they roll for that?
I don't
Either?
think they did.
We didn't roll for it because I already had Wishblade. I mean, yeah, basically a Wishblade.
Yeah, I think Anthony got it because Liam got the luck blade.
Alright, well, we will assign that to Anthony. And let's see, does anyone have any interest in a set of metallic dragon figurines?
I think Shamish wanted those as well.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna have to buy them out of the loot table then.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah, the full set wasn't the full set like 250 gold.
Yeah, and the beholder figurine was 2,500 gold.
Right.
Let's see, we have Nagathrod's pirate outfit, if anyone needed a pirate outfit.
I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't, right? We also have Nagathrod's arcane focus crystal, his 4 slod control orbs, and his non-magical rapier. Are those worth anything?
No, I mean the crystal is basically just a wand, but it's just a focus. I mean, if Cancel wanted to use that, he could.
But it doesn't do anything other than be a spell focus, which in and of itself is, spell focus is pretty freaking awesome. But
I got eyeballs for that.
yeah, beyond that, it doesn't really do anything. The rapier is really, I mean, if you wanted to hang it on the wall or something, you could. But beyond that, it pretty worthless.
Well, I mean, is it pretty at least? Does it have like a squid in, kind of?
It's pretty.
Rapier.
It's pretty, but it's just a rapier.
What about the pogo stick, the wind-up tomato masher, and the silly propeller hat with a shifty levitation spell?
So the tomato masher and the pogo stick could be sold. Did I give you a cash amount for those? Probably not.
You did not.
To a collector, you'd be able to get, for the pogo stick and the tomato masher together, you could get 1,100 gold.
Interesting. Alright. And for the silly propeller hat with the shifty levitation spell that has a 50-50 chance of not working.
The shifty propeller hat, you could sell for 6,000 gold.
Holy goodness.
To a collector.
Alright. What's that?
To a collector.
To a collector.
All three of those items, most likely, if you wanted to get rid of them in a hurry and turn them into cash, you could sell those to the Temple of Gond here in Waterdeep.
Yeah, probably a good idea. They like all those weird little doodads.
Right.
Okay, I think that is everything that I needed. Kind of a cash value for. Guys, give me a minute. I will total up and tally the loot.
Okay. I like that we're getting this out of the way here. Then that way we can just jump into the game next session.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's been in the past we've had games where like half of the game was divvying up loot and running around town selling things, and of course previous levels in Undermountain you guys came out with a lot more just crap than you did in the past couple of levels.
Yeah.
Although potentially, I mean, it's not like you still have something down in Undermountain that you haven't pulled out yet. So, I mean, you could be coming out with a Spelljammer ship.
I mean, we want more of those books.
Right. Yeah, those books weren't actually in the game. I added those because I think you guys kind of need. You need to have your forces bolstered a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been pretty nice to you guys, but I will tell you, when you get to 23, I will have no compunction about killing you.
Well, but
I mean, and I shouldn't, because, that will be the end of the campaign, and you guys will be around level 20, so.
Is there a way I could wish us to level 20?
we'll probably just end up going to floor level 20.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no.
Okay.
Because no matter how you would do it, so no matter how you would word that spell, so you have to get experience in order to gain levels. And so no matter how you would word it, it would mean the wish spell would be putting you someplace where you would gain experience to gain those levels. So you might as well just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. That's too bad. In the scheme of the campaign, Chris, as the DM, what do you recommend that I should use my wishes for?
Well, you have what, 3?
3, that's right.
I would spend one of them I would save at least one of them to get the to get the scavenger out of Undermountain. If it were me.
Okay.
The other 2.
I think I have the tally.
Okay, what's your tally?
Alright, everyone gets 1,960 gold. And if Anthony wants to keep those 2 pieces of loot that he wants, then he owes everyone else 158 gold.
So how much does each person get first?
1,960 gold.
That is a lot of gold.
And then, yeah. And then Anthony needs to lose 158 gold times 5 if he wants to keep those shinies.
The shinies.
Yeah, he wants to buy them out.
Okay.
Because they were worth about 2 persons worth of shares of gold.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
Yeah, everyone was supposed to get about 1,960 gold, and those 2 pieces of loot are 2,750 gold. So.
Right.
My total gold count now is about 18,000.
That's quite wealthy. But honestly, for your guys' level, I've seen, in 2nd edition, I've seen characters have way more than that. So,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah.
I did spend a bit on the mithril to make Anthony's and I armor.
So, I mean, we still have quite several sessions before we finish out this campaign, but it is probably a good time to mention that so the next campaign that I'm planning on doing is going to be Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden.
Nice.
You guys need to start thinking about new level 1 characters.
I have 3.
You what?
Yep, I've devised about 3 so far. 2
Okay.
of which are completely viable.
Okay.
One is
I will tell you that Rime of the Frostmaiden is going to be a much more lethal campaign.
Okay.
So, I mean, it quite literally, I haven't read all the way through it yet, but think more like along the lines of like Tomb of Annihilation kind of lethality.
God.
Yeah. So, might want to have, some extra characters in the background that you can quickly level up.
So make a new character, but don't get too attached.
Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. It'll be a much more normal campaign as opposed to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I'm going to be real honest. This is the first time I've run Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and I find a lot. I'm not a huge fan of mega dungeons. They start to get boring after a while. Things start to seem very similar, and it doesn't matter how much difference between the levels there are. However, a lot of Undermountain, and because Halaster is crazy, there's a lot of comic relief, which saves the party from being outright annihilated. Yeah, Rime of the Frost Maiden is a little bit more lethal. Think like The Thing or Alien. That kind of horror where you're stuck, you can't get away, you can't get out, but there's a presence there that is malevolent. It is very horror based, so keep that in mind with whatever characters that you decide you want to create. The one question that I had was, is there anybody that wanted to create a Warforged fighter to play Lif? You don't have to, but I kind of feel like kind of a not a crossover, but a continuation from this campaign to the next. That Lif is, now that Lif has a body, he kind of gets the urge to go out and adventure in the modern day. So that's something that you could consider.
I'd consider it. What about if it's a horror campaign? Can we make like a token Choltian, or
To make like a what?
a token Choltian? Funny.
Well, you won't. I mean, there's possibility that there could be a Choltian, because it'll be far to the north in Icewind Dale, so it takes place.
It was a joke, Chris. It was a joke. The token black person.
Right? Yeah, I know. I get it. Actually, there are a couple, so I guess that could be a possibility.
They always die first.
No, take
Yeah, if they only had the privilege, they wouldn't die first. But yeah, so yeah, that's something for you guys to think about. Roll up some level 1 characters, find one that you are interested in playing, and keep that in mind.
Would a giant character be viable?
Not a giant, but definitely a Goliath.
Okay.
And I've got full stats for Goliaths.
Giant.
I've got full stats for Goliaths. I mean, that's as close to playing a giant as you're going to get. Goliaths still count as a medium-sized creature. However, when they are lifting or carrying something, their strength category counts as one size larger. And I mean, they still count as a medium creature, but they're, like 7.5 feet tall. So that's something to think about. A Goliath barbarian would be great.
Okay.
I regret playing my cleric this dungeon now.
Eh.
Not much lethality in it.
It's funny because what I'm seeing is that most of this stuff was comical, and then what I'm seeing is when you get to the end, it's like, okay, no more messing around, and it's like, oh, okay, so 19 levels of comic relief, and then level 20, it's like, okay, we're not playing Yeah. It's almost like the entire mega dungeon was meant to be a party wipe at the very end. Is what it looks like. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm not usually that cruel, so.
Well, let's do it up.
So next session we will start off with you guys planning your grand opening gala of the airship, and we will deal with that.
Okay.
I'll totally be putting some ideas in the Facebook chat in the meantime.
Yep, that's a good idea. That's a good place for it. And so yeah, we will pick this up next week, Friday night at 6 p.m.
Right on.
Okay.
You're welcome. Have a good night, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Take care, everybody.